Netflix has renewed their controversial show Insatiable, and the internet has a lot to say about the news. Not a lot of great things being said on the interweb. But are we really all that surprised? No, we're not, considering that ever since the very first trailer for Insatiable made its way onto the internet, there was major backlash. And that continued up until the show was released, and then it continued after that. The show follows Patty, played by former Disney Channel star Debby Ryan. Patty is an overweight, unpopular high school student who loses weight one summer and returns to school to get revenge on the bullies. Which doesn't actually sound all that bad, but it was the way in which the show executed that plot that had a lot of people really upset. The show has been shamed for being fat-phobic, and the use of a fat suit in flashback scenes definitely didn't help. A petition to get the show canceled before it even aired gained over 250,000 signatures. So that definitely says a lot about how people were feeling, and the show hadn't even aired at that point. And then once it did hit Netflix, most critics held on to their reviews, adding LGBTQ plus shaming and insensitive jokes about sexual assault to the list of things that they believe Insatiable did wrong with their show. With all the backlash, it was really hard to know whether or not Netflix would pick up the show for a second season. But the streaming giant has put that question to rest because the show is officially coming back for a season 2, and the internet has a whole lot to say about that. Now, with any controversial news like this, there are opinions from both sides, of course, but it would be unfair to say that there are more outspoken people in favor of the show than those who are not. One user took to Twitter writing, quote, "Netflix renews Insatiable, a widely hated, criticized, and controversial show, yet cancels Love, Sense8, Gypsy, 7 Seconds, and Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt? Bye." While another also questioned why Insatiable deserved to be on TV over one of her favorite shows, saying, quote, "Netflix renewed Insatiable for a season 2. That show doesn't deserve to exist, but you decided to give it another season, but Shadowhunters is still canceled. Wow." And there are many who will side with this simple statement, quote, "We don't want it, but alas, we're getting it. Despite everything, it's happening." And there are some that will be celebrating, like this user who writes, quote, "I don't care what anyone says. Insatiable on Netflix is the greatest freaking show ever. If it truly bothers you, get over it and don't watch it. Don't ruin it for the rest of us. We want season 2. So, as you can see, the internet is totally divided. And while we hope the second season can correct some of its oversights from the first, one thing is certain. The talk about Insatiable is far from over. So now it's time to hear from you guys. What do you think about Insatiable getting a season 2? Sound off with all your thoughts and feelings in the comments below, and then you can click right over here for another brand new video. And of course, be sure to subscribe to all of our channels. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. I'm your girl, Sinead DeFries, and I'll see you guys next time.